So come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. We got a hump day grid to hop into. This is gonna be fabulous. But I found this bottle of wine on my way home today, and this is a 2023 Pédor. This is a Cabernet Sauvignon from Les Aromes de France, and it is just, it's a ballet in the nose. Talk about the aromatics here. Very fruity, red fruits, some citrus in here, some melon, really very, very nice. Got some blueberry, raspberry. It's just like a big old bowl of just wonderful, wonderful spring, summer fruits. And this is a full-bodied wine. You're not reading through it. You're not checking the time through it. It's, even with a flashlight on the other side, it would not be skimming through. Even with the light of the computer and the ring, this is just a deep, deep ruby. There is a beautiful platinum. I mean, we're talking, this is platinum, the halo. If you look at the legs, this is pretty viscous, but it's well finishing. Yeah, it's complex. Well finishing, dry, but it's a crisp. It's a crisp finish. There's no lingering anything to it. You know, I can't get lamb and chicken shawarma out of my mind on this one, or chicken enchiladas, to be honest with you. Would be fabulous with this right here. So whether you're going to the American Southwest or south from there, or directly to the Middle East in their culinary adventures, this is a good one. This is a keeper. And this one was in the cellar. I'd say right now, in terms of Fahrenheit, it's probably about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a perfect serving temperature. And I just popped the cork on it. So I think I'm going to drink that whole bottle tonight. And that's the plan anyway. I need the resveratrol. I need the antioxidants. Okay, enough of me sitting around drinking a glass of wine. Let's hop into our grid, see what we got. So it looks like we've got a Shandy, I guess this would be Deitmer, and Kate Hawkins. Not sure the origin, it looks Germanic, the Deitmer, but I'm sure it's probably Chandy Deitmer and Kate Hawkins, if I were to anglicize it, hopefully in a correct manner. But let's hop into it, let's see what we got here. It's Wednesday. All right, so exclamation before the 10th inning. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it's a tie? It's a tie. All right. Well, I mean, it probably would be for a 10th inning. I mean, it'd probably be easier to explain this than maybe the infield pop fly rule or something, right? I don't know. Poker declaration. Well, okay. This is never a good way to come along because you're not going to really know until you get some crosses. I mean, it could be I fold, I'm out. I don't know. It could be a lot of things. So we'll just take a look. Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Love in the Time of, and this is Cholera. I've not done anything with this piece, and I really do feel like I have been missing out. So maybe the poker declaration could be I call. Maybe it's a bluff they're calling. Maybe they're calling for all their money to be gone. Who knows? Sierra Leone. Okay. So a Kinsey scale rating for someone equally attracted to men and women, and I think this is a level 3. Allow would be to let. Greek goddess whose namesake NASA mission plans to land the first female astronaut on the moon, and we know that is Apollo's sister, Artemis. So, sotto voce, very nice. Soft voice, lager alternative, ale, of course. And paint sometimes made with egg yolk, and that's tempera. I have had to make that myself before in an art class. I had to make my own gesso, too. Very interesting process. Globular regalia, and I'm thinking orbs. I can't think of anything else that's globular. I really can't think of a whole lot that would be 3 letters plus a plural in regalia either, you know. So, Blank America, network behind Killing Eve, and I do believe it's the BBC America. Never, ever, ever. Well, wow, I don't know. The Wicked Witch of the West and Wicked, and oh my gosh, this is like El Fabi, I don't know what it is. Surrey town known for its salt, and this is kind of an easy one since we actually call it Epsom. Yoga pants fabric, since I think this is an L and then a PH, and I don't know for sure, but let's see, I think this may be Lycra. Otherwise, I'd be going for nylon or something. I don't know what I'd be going for. Kidlit character with telekinetic abilities. Boolean operators denoted by V-like symbols, and those would be ORs. Show visible disdain. I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is to scowl, but then there's scoff. I guess we have an O there either way, if I'm correct. Someone with a burning desire. All right, could be a pyro. And drink up could be post. Aha, so I think this is Matilda. And who was it in there with her? There was a teacher. Was that the punch or the? I can't remember what she was called. The gunstrel. I don't remember. The teacher in the show Matilda, in the movie Matilda. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I'll get over it. Okay, so I guess this will tell us. So maybe never, ever, ever would be no how, and so I guess we have ourselves a scowl. I guess I should have gone with my gut experience and my gut instinct, but I did not. TV series whose name is shown on a vanity license plate in its opening sequence, and I guess this is L.A. Law. I've never seen a single episode, I don't think, but I've certainly seen it in the media. Sticky stuff could be sap, and country that elected its first female prime minister in 2022, and this would be, oh, no, that's Italy, so I don't know, maybe it's sap, maybe we got tar. As the Germans say, so ist in Ordnung. Only one of them's going to be right, though. Okay, so yeah, Italy. Italia. Okay, perform a classic magic trick that's depicted figuratively in this grid. And I don't know, so sticky stuff. Okay, you want to try sap again? I guess it could be gel, but I don't really know that that's meant to be sticky. Ruse could be a ploy. Target of a military hunt. I guess we're looking for AWOLs here. Leather worker's tool would be an awl, and court would be to woo. So perform a classic magic trick that's depicted figuratively in this grid, and well, whatever we're looking at up there, it looks like it's blocked halfway through, so I don't know, but this down here, the actual answer looks like it could be to saw a woman in half. And that's a leap, I get it, but it just feels right, so let's take a look. Nemesis could be a foe. Okay, looking good so far. Yeah, back talk could be lip. Better not be sassing me. Like plump peaches typically, and I'm assuming ripe. Big-eyed tuna, ahi, and hate. Well, we must be speaking of the ability to abhor something. Must be. Obsolescent data storage options, and I guess that's, yeah, but you know, we still use them a lot in government. because they're secure. You know, it's not like putting a thumb drive into a system and installing some sort of virus, right? Swab could be to mop, i.e. swab the poop deck. Hate that word. It's just a gross word. Yarn spinner's tool, maybe a... Well, they usually work from, you know, I don't know, maybe a spool? Yarn spinner's tool. I'm going to go with a spool. Okay. Hullabaloo could be in a Jew. Heidi Klum, for one, would be a model. Okay, well, good, coming along here nicely. Freebie at most American diners, and I'm assuming we're shooting for a refill. And that is a very American thing. I don't think I've ever run into that in Germany. Maybe one or two buffets that I've been to, you could go get refills, but you were paying a premium for that. But as far as just ordering a normal entree and side or whatever, and then getting up and just filling your drink to your heart's content, not a very common thing here. And to be honest with you, I don't eat in fast food joints, so I really don't know if they do it there or not. I would imagine they probably do. Tool to unlock most modern cars could be a fob. Traffic cone could be a pylon. And okay, so I think we're humming right along. I gotta tell you, all right, so Shandy Deitmer and Kate Hawkins, I'm liking this. This is a clever grid, and it's got a nice gait to it. It's got a nice rhythm. We're kind of rolling right through it here. Now, the brand new key singer in 1971 is actually Melanie Sofka, and I am a huge fan. But I mean, that's got to be her worst song. I mean, I don't know why that's the one everybody remembers. I mean, she's got so many great ones, right? Candles in the Rain, Lay Down, everything from The Good Book, really, right? You know, wonderful musician all the way around. Just a beautiful person, truly. Unavailable as a doctor, perhaps, maybe not in, but I do not know. How about It'd Be My Honor? Wear down could be to erode. Place to buy a toy for a toy, and I guess we're looking for Petco. Parodium and peyote for 2, and I think we're talking about cacti. I know a lot of people were probably, their mind was going elsewhere. Like, what's this first thing? Because I know what the peyote is. Take off could be to soar. Yeah. You win. How about I lose? Grammys Album of the Year winner for 2024 is Cowboy Carter, and that would be the one and only Beyonce. By all means, classic arcade game in which characters can dunk at humanly impossible heights. I don't know for sure. I'm assuming this is NBA Jam. Professional and risk assessment would be an actuary. And an actuary more than likely works at an actuarial. Perhaps it's a fee-based actuarial. Ending with Smith or a Bernard, and that would be .edu. That's a clever one and a tricky one, Shandy Deitmer and Kate Hawkins. I'm liking it. So, crazy, sexy, or cool abbreviation. I guess we're talking about adjectives. It works for me. Sprinkled with seasoning in Italian. Io es salata. Uncomplicated. Oh, clear or clean. You know, there's like that old trope, right? You hear a couple of women talking, yeah, I broke it up with Tom, and I broke it off clean, no complications. Or the instructions were clear. In other words, they weren't complicated. I don't know. I'm going to let this decide. I'm going to have this fill in itself unless I have to guess. Poetic, preposition, maybe or. So I guess we got clear on that. We have Marché de Noël, which is the French Christmas markets. And in Germany, we call them the Weihnachtsmarkt or the Christkindlmarkt. It just depends on where you're at. Mall stall. How about a kiosk? And mocking comments, maybe. You could probably chalk this up to snark. Snark. German article. Woo! That R. That was just luck. You know how many there are? Die, der, das, Dane, Dame, deinem. Yeah. And they're all like, either masculine, feminine, or neuter. It's, wow, we got lucky with that. All I could have put in was a D, but now I know it's a DER, and I think we got it there. Let's see. In fact, did it say definite article? That's a German article. If we didn't have anything there, it could have been ein as well. Oh, yeah, no. That would have been a real... That would have... we've opened up a can of worms on that if that was the case. Musical notes. I guess the best way to define them, probably maybe tones. What an apartment may be converted to. The DO tells me con. All right, so faucets could be aspects. Why we could always spell it correctly too. Just starting now would be okay. You had your warm-up. Let's go ahead and start spelling correctly. Christopher. Important info for an airport pickup. Well, good Lord. I mean, this is one of those that I'm gonna have to. I'll never be able to publish a construction if I have to have ETA or ETD in it. I'll just have to rework it till I get out of there. It's one of those things that's just so inelegant to me. Ugh. Cousin of a squadron, and I guess that would be a platoon, but I don't know. I mean, even in the British Army, platoon still part of a company or a squadron, depending on the makeup. But a squadron in the United States Army, because I'm talking platoons here, right? We don't have platoons necessarily in Air Force fighter wings or anything. I mean, I don't know. But for example, in the United States Cavalry, a squadron is probably you probably got 4 troops in it, right? And each troop has got, 3 line platoons and a maintenance platoon. Yeah, squadron's big, right? You got a lieutenant colonel commanding them. I don't know. It just seems a little... Yeah, I guess it's a cousin, right? Just maybe platoon is the smaller, much more distant cousin. I don't know. If you have a different opinion on it, please share with me. I'm just saying, having been a maneuver officer, I don't know if that really fits the cousin of a squadron. If that was the case, then you could say that a squad is a cousin of a division, and just, I don't know. But maybe there's some part of the definition that I'm missing. Maybe I'm too close to the subject. Part of the Hagia Sophia with a celebrated mosaic of Mary and Child, and that would be the Alps, and we're talking about Turkey. I've been there. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful church. Just beautiful. High traffic hospital areas, I guess ERs. Curve on a score would be a slur. And folk song, figure who is implored not to cry. And I guess we have Oh Susanna, don't you cry for me. And of course we got the ETA. I mean, just bearded flower would be an iris. And uncomplicated, how about easy? To go with clear at 40 across. And here we have psyops. How do we do, Bob? Okay, so yeah, it was a clever grid. It had somewhat easy fill if you're an experienced solver. I thought it just had such amazing vocabulary in here. I love seeing Matilda make an appearance. It's been a long time since I've seen her in there. The Trunchbull. It's the Trunchbull. I remember now. It's the Trunchbull. Matilda's evil teacher. But Artemis was nice to see. The sister of Apollo. Not sure about platoon. That's not on the constructor. I'm sure there's a definition. The New York Times Crossword is the finest crossword on the planet. It is edited by Will Shortz, for crying out loud. And if he's not available, Joel Fagliano. I mean, it's a great team. I'm sure it's absolutely right. For me, it just seems really off, though, since you would probably have roughly 12 plus platoons under the command of a squadron in the United States Army. But I don't know. I didn't think there were platoons in the Air Force, and I don't think there are. You know, I mean, I think there are flights, and then you've got squadrons, you've got wings, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just something that I'm missing. Maybe it's related in another army somewhere down there. I don't have any clue. So, but on the whole, it was fabulous, and I loved seeing Melanie show up, and the fact that Saw a Woman in Half works so well up here because we've got Mrs. We've got a babe, a little bit, just a little bit, whatever. But and then of course we have a dame, right? Okay, wow, interesting. Okay, very nice. But to Shandy Deitmer and to Kate Hawkins, this was a fabulous construction, and you really pressed some limits with it, and for that I say brava, definitely. This is fantastic. Well done. So with that, we'll go ahead and close this out and bring down our bannière d'adieu simultaneously. And I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to support the channel, I would really appreciate that very much. Giving it a like, adding your comment below, and subscribing. And come back more. Be part of this community. It's a wonderful one. If you really want to, if you want to do a super thanks or you want to become a super solver, then by all means consider joining our paid community. We'll be having regular face-to-face video conferences and chats and whatnot. We can solve the world's problems. We can do all kinds of things, and plus when you become a member, gifts are sent. So, and we have an online merch store coming along pretty soon. And wouldn't it be cool to have a T-shirt that said, "So how do we do, Bob?" or "English Majors Unite," or "Shakespeare Majors Unite." I don't know. We'll come up with something, but I'm planning on devoting this weekend to it, so we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Be good to yourselves, your friends, your neighbors, your family, of course. That's so incredibly important, but be nice to the person behind you in line. All we need right now is a little bit of clarity and a little bit of kindness, and we'll get through the uncertain times. Until we see you on the morrow, be well.